Kicking things off with Meta, the company announcing it's going to be introducing a virtual reality subscription service dubbed Meta Quest Plus. It seems like every streaming service or a subscription service, something with a plus at the end of it. But this is going to give users access to 2 new games each month at a cost of $7.99 per month. And personally, guys, I think this is a pretty smart idea for Meta, since it's going to be allowing them to generate reoccurring revenue for their AR VR unit, which reported a loss of about $4 billion in the first quarter. So they need this money. And I think from the consumer standpoint, if you purchase one of these headsets, you're going to want to subscribe to have the new games, right? And they're going to release new games on the first of each new month. So I think it's a win-win here.
It's not an unheard of thing for video game platforms, right? If you're a true gamer, you've been paying some kind of subscription service for years now, really, when you think about like an Xbox Live, PlayStation Live, when they first started doing those over a decade ago, 15 years ago. People have been paying money for that kind of service. So I think from that perspective, it will do fine with consumers. And then, I mean, when you look at it from Meta's perspective, not only is it a good idea, you wonder if it has to work. Like, does this have to work for the Quest and overall for this entire metaverse concept to be successful? Like, do you need subscriptions to be a part of it? You almost feel like you do, right? If you're only selling the headset for, what is it, $300-400, you're going to need some kind of recurring revenue there. You're not just buying an iPhone, you're paying for services on the iPhone, right? That's the key to Apple's real business.
Yeah, and I think it gives you this load-in of a bunch of games right off the bat that you can actually use right when you buy this $300 or $400 Quest, whatever they're calling it. Yeah, it's funny because I'm an Xbox Live member, been so for a while. Recently, they've really amped up the huge amount of games. Like, you want a whole catalog, whole library. 2 a month to me is kind of like, I could use a bit more for really hardcore people might want to just kind of plow through games.
New platform, though, too. You wonder how many games they have and how many games are backloaded, right?
Yeah, but Quest has been out for a while. They should have more, I think,
or if they're going to tier it. Maybe they're testing this, and then if you want access to more games, you have to pay more than the $7.99 a month. That could be an option, too.
Yeah, maybe. But also for Meta and Facebook, like you mentioned, subscription revenue. You need that. It's great. This is the future of gaming. It all sort of makes sense, I think, from a user and a company point of view.
And just when you zoom out, too, interesting to see a social media company wanting to go that subscription route, right? We were talking about that last week with ads and media companies and how it's not that great of an ad environment. Makes you wonder about Instagram subscriptions, Facebook subscriptions. Just as you build that out and think about the business, if you become more of a subscription-based business.
If I need to pay money to use Instagram.
Oh, my Facebook's gone. My Facebook's gone.
It's
Instagram's
over.
probably gone.
I would pay $10 a month for Instagram. $10
a month?
Yeah, hell yeah, every day.
It would hurt my soul, but I wonder if you're pressured to do it and if everyone was doing it, if you would.
I just got to say that $2 billion loss last quarter, not last year, last quarter. I mean, for Reality Labs, that's insane.